So a lot of times when you look at oppressed people, people who don't have, the lifestyle that the ruling class have, what do they turn to for pleasure and satisfaction? Their families.
Right.
They create families. They procreate. They have a lot of children. Right. It's like Black and Hispanic families have a lot of children.
Right.
So read that.
Exodus chapter 1 and verse 12. But the more they afflicted them,
The more that the Egyptians afflicted the Israelites,
the more they multiplied and grew,
the more babies that they created.
Right.
Come on.
and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
So now, when you have a society of Caucasians who are only having but so many children, right? Because their bodies don't allow them to have as many children as a black woman or as a Hispanic woman.
Not at
They
all.
can't do that.
Right.
They can't keep up with that. So how do
They're
they
not
counteract
fertile
that?
as us.
How do they counteract that? They said, you know what? We have to deal wisely. Read that. Read on.
Verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives...
Jump down to 16.
Verse 16. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
You see that? So the Egyptians came up with a way to abort these children. They said, you know what? We got to get rid of these children, because if they continue to multiply, they're going to outnumber us and take over our kingdom.
That's it.
That's what it is.
It's called fear.
Yeah.
That's
it's
it,
fear.
literally. Read verse 7 right quick. It's fear.
Verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly.
It said they were fruitful, meaning they was having babies. They wasn't aborting babies. They were having babies.
Right.
Go ahead.
And increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them.
That's called fear.
Right.
Pharaoh, they were scared as hell.
Because they knew they could take over. They could.
That we would take over. Yeah.
So when you look, read that. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Now, them dealing wisely with us is dealing with the Planned Parenthoods being
Basically.
put in certain key locations, right? There's no Planned Parenthood in Beverly Hills and all this other type. No, they're putting them in black neighborhoods, Hispanic neighborhoods, so it's readily accessible for us to destroy our children,
There you go.
right? Because look, how many children have been aborted? Black babies
20.
been aborted.
20 million.
20 million, right?
Yeah.
That is, you say, okay, we lost 20 million people, but it's exponentially greater than that, because when you account for the children that they would have had, how they would have multiplied,
Yep.
it is exponential genocide.
And
That's what
one.
it is.
That's one tribe. You know what I'm saying? That's the so-called blacks. We're not including the Hispanics. Like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So when we talk about loving your neighbor as you love yourself, like, there's no greater love than telling these sisters, listen, it's a trick. They're trying to trick you into thinking that you have some type of empowerment by killing your babies.
There you go.
You know how many sisters, I think we're going to get into it, but you know how many sisters go out and get those abortions, and when they finally settle down and they get out them streets, because they was for the streets, when they get out the streets, now they want to settle down and have a husband, and they can't give that man a child because they've destroyed their womb.
Yep.
They've destroyed it by those prongs and different things going up in their vagina and ripping out the child that they conceived with the dude they didn't want to have a baby by.
Yeah, put that thumbnail back up there. They got to see the horror and the death that took place. That's the child in the womb.
Yep.
And the mother's hand is bloody, because she just sacrificed her child for her own happiness, for her selfishness,
For her best life.
for her best life. Right.
I got an education and multiple businesses.
Man, get out of here.
Right, it's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a sacrifice, because
Literally.
because when you read in the scriptures, it says they sacrificed their children unto Molech or
right.
things of different that nature, and they try to blind themselves as if that's not what's happening with abortions.
Right.
But literally, you're sacrificing that child that is in your womb to do what? To be able to continue to go out into the club.
That's it.
Continue to go out and have this so-called freedom.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's it. Let's play on. Let's get through these videos. We got a lot of videos.
Right to decent housing, the right to education, in fact, the right to health care. And all we've been given, free of charge, is the right to kill our unborn child.
So she's saying that's the only thing we got free was to kill our babies.
That sounds relevant, man.
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
Sounds like the election we just
Right.
went through.
Right.
We had all these issues, but the number one on the left wing was abortion.
Yeah.
Not the economy, not
None of that.
health care, the real health care.
Right.
Not what else? Education, not that stuff.
Yep, none of that. No. Abortion is what's the number one on the ticket.
Yep. Killing the children of Israel.
Right. Come on.
For equally opportunity. If a black woman walks into a hospital and says she is in need of some sort of medical care, she would be turned away unless she has Medicaid or Blue Cross or or Medicare. But if she asks for an abortion, there are no questions. We will be glad to kill the baby.
Does that make sense?
It is the
That don't make sense. She actually needs to go to the hospital for health reasons. She can't get it. She can't go without Medicaid, Medicare, so on and so forth. But if you want to go abort a child and kill an innocent child,
the hospital pays for that.
you can go in and just abort.
Oh,
it.
that's pro bono.
No questions. This is crazy, man.
Get that pro.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word.